Welcome, everyone. Hey, I'm excited to be doing this live tonight. I'm excited to have my guest, Ralph Falconbury, on here with us tonight. I know a lot of you have probably seen him on plenty of our lives, and maybe some of you have heard his story. But we're going to dig a little deeper tonight and learn some more about Mr. Ralph Falconbury. So let me bring him on, and I'm going to kind of let him share his story. So, Ralph, thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So if you're watching this on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, let us know in the comments. If you can tag some people in this live, we're going to give some great information. We're going to kind of learn a little bit about Ralph and his journey with the Feel Great system. And so I guess we'll kind of kick this off, Ralph. Maybe tell us a little bit about who Ralph Falconbury is.
Well, pretty much nobody. I was a 58-year-old retired correctional officer. Already done 25 years in the prison as a guard, not an inmate. I was a mixed martial arts cage fighter academy owner. I ran my gym for probably better part of 16 years.
Wow.
Before retiring from that, tons of accolades there, newspaper articles all over the place, all over the tri-state area. We fought everywhere, had all kinds of champions, all kinds of belts and trophies and stuff. But it was time to move on and time to relax and go my separate way. I'm also a former Marine. I spent 8 years in the Marine Corps.
Thank you for your service.
Well, thank you. And as a side note, I also do, as a side business, I also run a cemetery preservation business, cleaning headstones and restoring headstones and things of that nature.
Wow, that's cool.
up until the point where I met you.
So how did you get into that, cleaning headstones?
When I retired, I moved back home into my little podunk town into this area, and I wanted to take care of my father's headstone. And then one thing just kind of steamrolled into the other, and I started taking classes and going different places and to different seminars and stuff. And I got certified to do this and certified to do that and all that. And the next thing you know, it just kind of snowballed into, well, I need my headstone cleaned, or I got my great uncle broken, and my Civil War grandfather, his headstone is in 3 pieces. And I'm like, I can take care of that. And then it just kind of snowballed into a business where basically I do it for free. And then everybody's like, well, I'll give you a donation. And I'm like, cool, that pays for all my supplies and that helps. And that's great. So it's kind of all veterans are free and all Masonic guys are free, but then everybody else just kind of kicks in and says, hey, I'll buy the supplies for the cleaning of the supply or the headstones. I'm like, great, cool.
Oh, that's really cool. I know I've been to a lot of cemeteries where you can tell that they really don't have anybody doing that. And it's sad. And if the families aren't taking care of the stones, it's pretty bad. But man, that's really cool. So let me ask you this, because 2.5 years ago we didn't know each other.
No, not at all. No clue.
And I started making videos about my health journey, and all of a sudden I get this guy on TikTok, and his handle is as above, so below, so as below, or whatever. And I was like, who is this dude? Like, he's always commenting on my stuff, but he won't respond if I reply to him. And then all of a sudden, 8 months or close to a year,
about a year,
responding to me. So I guess that kind of tells where you found this. But go ahead, if you don't mind, were you looking for something when you found this? And how did you actually come across it?
I was absolutely looking for something, because I was literally at the point where my doctor was telling me that I might need insulin. I progressed to that point. My A1C was so high that they really basically couldn't do nothing after like 14 years. My foot neuropathy, which was my main issue, had literally gotten to the point where I kept going to the foot doctor, and he even said the same thing. Basically, I might be leaning toward wanting to do the injections in between my toes for the pain, because it was literally an everyday, all day thing. I'm not doing injections of any type. I need something that is going to be, that I can manage and that I can do on my own, and, something that works. And
So I kind of know, I mean, I definitely know your story, but just from that right there, some people can put two and two together. But for the people, maybe this is their first time listening to this. Maybe they're on the replay later on watching this. What was going on with your health during that point in time in your life? Like what all were you struggling with?
Oh goodness. I'd been about a 14-year type 2 diabetic with severe foot neuropathy. The pain was just unbearable. It was either basically my life consisted of going to work and coming home and sitting on the couch, and they were either going into a tub of ice water or they were going into the little foot spa thingy to do the heat and the vibrations. And I was rubbing every cream and I was taking every pill known to man. I tried this and I tried that, and even going to the foot specialist. All I got was basically try this for 3 months and see how it does, and come back and see me. And I'm like, ain't nothing helping. It's not getting rid of the pain. It like numbs it for a little bit, but then the pain is right back there, and there it is again. And I'm like, that's no way to live. And I wanted something that would take the pain away, not just kind of cover it up and hide it for a little while. I wanted it gone.
Yeah. I feel you there, because I was dealing with the same thing, type 2 diabetes and neuropathy. If you had to put your finger on it, what was it that you feel you were struggling with the most?
Oh, I'd say the neuropathy. Probably the diabetes was the main issue that was causing the obesity and the overweightness, which was literally causing the neuropathy. You know, it was just a big vicious cycle, and I was stuck in the middle in pain.
Yeah, and if you don't know anyone that struggles with neuropathy, or if you yourself haven't dealt with neuropathy, it's horrible, right? You constantly feel like there's a rock in your shoe, or your feet are on fire, or they're freezing. Yeah. And the reason we talk about these guys is it's crazy. So Ralph was talking about blood pressure, diabetes, weight, and neuropathy. And I think he had a couple other things as well. But here's the thing that most of us don't realize: they're all tied together, right? It's all metabolic dysfunction or insulin resistance. So if any of this resonates with you guys, we would love for you to, especially on Facebook, tap on the screen, share this out to people maybe dealing with these problems. Our goal nowadays is try to reach as many people as we can to help them not struggle like we did for years. So, Ralph, I guess tell the story of how you found this. Like, how did you stumble across this? Because I think ours is kind of similar, but yeah.
Playing on TikTok, bouncing around through different videos, and I come across this guy who's I've been watching for a while. I've heard the stories, and I'm like, he's talking about obesity. I mean, there's overweightness there. There's type 2 diabetes, and there's the foot neuropathy. And he had been taking the injections. And I'm like, ding, ding, ding. Maybe Ralph should listen to what this guy's got to say for a change. So instead of scrolling on through, I watched the whole video. And then I start going into his page, and I'm digging through all the different videos. And I'm like, wait a minute. He's got a testimonial here from this lady who's no longer diabetic, and this guy who's lost 80 pounds, and she's not dealing with PCOS anymore, and Hashimoto's anymore, and thyroid issues are gone. And I'm like, wait, hold on, back up. There's got to be something to this. If all of these people, it's not just this guy, it's all of these different people from all walks of life, all around the world, and they're all saying the same thing. It's all based around that insulin resistance wheel. And I'm like, I'm freaking right in the middle of that wheel screaming, I need help. And I got it.
So it's kind of crazy. I'll ask you this, because this is how I felt. When I stumbled across Greg Six's video about neuropathy, I felt like he was talking directly to me, like there was nobody else there. And I'm like, how does this guy know my story? I've never even seen him before. And he's talking to me. He's talking about blood pressure and neuropathy and diabetes and belly fat and low energy. And I'm like, does this guy like have my medical chart? Like, is he looking at it right now, just trying to reel me in?
Yep.
Did you kind of feel that way?
As you're talking, I'm checking off boxes. I'm like, yes, that's me. Yes, that's me. Yes, that's me. One of my other big issues, which again, it's something you don't really want to talk about, but the irritable bowel syndrome with me. If you can't leave the house without knowing somewhere in your mind, you're mapping out where the next bathroom is because you may have an issue or you're probably going to have an issue. And if you eat, you know you're going straight to the bathroom. I mean, literally, I did that for 14 years. I knew that I was going to have an issue and I needed to be near a clean restroom and or at least know where one was at or we were going to have problems. My irritable bowel syndrome, gone.
Wow. So that's so cool because Michelle dealt with that the same way. And she was like, that was back when I was racing all the time. And she like, I'm not going to the racetrack with you. I'm not going to spend the whole night in a porta-john, you know, and to be able to, I never realized it, but living that way causes a lot of anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're not sure, like, where's the next bathroom going to be? And is it going to be clean? And like, am I going to make it home in time or whatever? So it's rough. Hey, I wanted to share a comment with you. Brandy Guestfield kind of shared her results, said she's off of 17 meds. Crohn's disease has been reversed for 2 years now. Migraine's gone, got my life back.
Oh, boom.
Brandy, way to go.
Come on.
Way to go. That's so awesome. I wanted to put that on screen just because I didn't want people who may be watching this on the replay to miss that, right?
That's awesome.
So that's amazing, Brandy. We're so happy for you. So, Ralph, how do you go day to day now? Like, what's a day look like for you?
Day to day now, it's completely different. I have a totally new life. I'm 2 years later, I'm 60 years old, and I'm out every day now walking 3, 4, 5, 6 miles. I've lost my weight. My irritable bowel syndrome issues are gone. That's all taken care of now. The neuropathy pain is irrelevant. I've literally already, last year I completed 3 hiking challenges just within the year, one of which was a 365-day challenge every single day.
Wow.
And I completed over 1,000 miles. I think it was 1,000.18 miles just within a year. And that's as a overweight fat guy with diabetes, with neuropathy pain. There was no way I would have done that 2 years ago before I'd met you. Before I started this system, my life was on that couch, literally in pain.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to make it go away.
So I want to ask you something because I get asked this all the time, and people. I try to put it in perspective for people, but it seems like a lot of people don't get it, or they're just wanting the magic fix, right? Was this hard for you at first? Like day one, was it hard for you?
No, this is absolutely the easiest thing in the freaking world. When I looked at the system, I'm thinking, okay, well, there's got to be some magic to it, you know, because I'm looking at all the other systems out there, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. It's just 2 teas and a fiber, and I implement some intermittent fasting. I'm like, hold on a minute. I'm fasting all night when I'm sleeping, so I'll just push my first morning breakfast up till about 10 or noon. Boom, I've already fasted 16 hours. Where's the hard part? I'm drinking tea and I'm drinking the fiber. You drink the fiber before the biggest meal. How complicated is that?
Right.
Come on. I was like, where was this 14 years ago? Man.
Exactly. So I know people may be thinking, okay, what are you talking about, tea and fiber? We'll get into that, right? Okay, we'll get into that and kind of explain that to you, and we'll kind of walk you through day to day what this looks like. For me, it was the simplest thing I've ever done for my health. I mean, I had done, like you, all the crazy workouts, all the extreme diets, all the things, and you know, it felt like I lost the same 15, 20 pounds over and over and over and over because it wasn't sustainable. But just so people aren't like, oh, come on, you know, it's just a couple of you on here. I want to share another comment. This is our friend Chrissy. Using the same system that we're talking about. She's down 93 pounds, reversed her neuropathy, fatty liver, diabetes, rosacea, psoriasis, and no more inflammation or depression.
Come on. Wow.
Guys, I mean, if I was dealing with one or more of those things myself, I'd be like, how do I get this? Right?
Sign me up.
Yeah. Like, can I get it tomorrow? Like, I want to get started right away.
Wow.
That's what this does for people, right? So I just want to make sure I share those so people aren't missing them, you know.
Yep.
That's one thing I love about using this new software that we're doing this with too. You can't do that stuff on actual Facebook. So,
Right.
So Ralph, how long ago did you start this system?
I started May of 2024.
All right, I'm going to pop up a picture here, guys.
Right at about my birthday. Oh Lord, let me guess.
I'm going to show you. I hope I pop up the right picture.
Yeah, the pregnancy.
I didn't label them. Yeah.
Yeah, the pregnancy picture. Yeah.
I joke with Ralph all the time now because I kind of look the same way. And I always say that was his 9-month pregnancy picture in the gray shirt, right? Now, you got to understand, Ralph is also 6'3" or 4", right?
Yeah, 6'2".
And so in that photo there, Ralph, if you don't mind sharing, what was the weight at the time?
Almost 310. I was at about, and mind you, I don't know if you can tell from that picture, but if you can glance into that picture, I was in the gymnasium.
Yeah, you're in. I can see the curl bar behind you, the preacher bench.
Yeah, I was working out, and I was at that time I was doing what I thought was fasting, when in reality, up until I got into the system and learned from you guys, I wasn't fasting at all. What I was doing was starving myself in between meals and then going and working out and expecting something to happen. And that doesn't work. You know, all I did was go to the gym and sweat and then turn around, put it right back on the next day.
Yeah. So you say you were 315 there?
No, about 310. Right out of it. On an average day, I was about 306.
And this picture right here was taken how long after that?
That is 250 pounds, 4 months later, no workouts, no calorie counting, no macros, no magic point system, no nothing. Those teas and that fiber that we just talked about with a little bit of fasting, 50 pounds, and all of my issues are gone. Gone.
And that was just in 4 months. And you've been on the system how long now?
Oh, that was 4 months. I've been on it for 2 years now. I'm a lifer. This is my insurance policy. I will never go back to that other picture.
Love it.
Yeah.
So let me see. I want to get the other picture back up here. We're a little big. So what was the first thing that changed for you? What did you like? Oh, this is working, right?
Honestly, the first thing that happened was like right away, literally within the first week, it was like the energy levels, the mental clarity, the brain fog, and all that first thing of the morning was just gone. I woke up and it's like I don't know how to describe it other than a state of euphoria. I woke up freaking wide awake. Man, let's go do something. You know, that never happened before. I would wake up and I stumble downstairs and I let the dogs out, and like an hour later, I finally get around to doing what I'm doing. I wake up, boom, I roll over, I wake up, I go downstairs, and I get started on my day. It is literally just, and then it just steamrolled from that. I went from energy levels and the mental clarity to all of a sudden I'm like, wow, scale's dropping. And I'm watching my blood sugars and I'm like, okay, all right. Cause I'm testing the system because I just know that this crap is not going to work. I'm testing my blood sugars. My numbers are coming down.
I want to say real quick, the second week on this, Ralph calls me and he said, dude, what is in this stuff? I'm like, what do you mean? He said, this Unimate and fiber. He's like, I just went to the Italian place and had a whole plate of pasta.
Yep.
Garlic bread, sweet tea,
and
my blood sugar went down.
Yeah. On average, my regular blood sugars would be between 2, and this is on meds after 14 years. My regular blood sugar after any meal would have been basically 250 to maybe 350s. High end, I could have gone into the 380s. Literally within 2 weeks on this system, after eating spaghetti, garlic bread, and drinking sweet tea, which is sugar, carb, just literally a bomb. 2 hours later, my postprandial numbers after drinking the balance was 146.
Wow. So now, like, maybe tell us how Ralph's life is now. Where are you at now as far as weight, blood sugar, neuropathy, just all the things, IBS, all this stuff? Where's Ralph at 2 years later?
The same or better. Actually, perfect timing for me to be doing a live with you. I just came back from the doctor.
Oh, sweet. I had no clue.
And you didn't know that. Yes. Everything's completely fine. All my numbers are normal. Everything is fine. Literally, he just said, keep doing what you're doing and come back in like 6 months instead of like every other month. He's like, come back in 6 months and we'll take you off the other pill that you're on. He's like, your blood sugar's fine. Your cholesterol's fine. The blood pressure is fine. He goes, the weight is fine. He goes, just keep doing what you're doing. And we did an eye scan. We did the body scan. I actually gained 3% muscle.
So look at this guy in the gray shirt. And now look at this guy.
Yep. Yeah, that was in Las Vegas.
Like, you actually look younger.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 years later, and I feel 20 years younger. I mean, that's a fact.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So, so you've dropped over 60 pounds, right?
Yeah, about 60 pounds. Yeah.
And you've kept it off. That's the key, because like we were talking about before, how many people out there feel like you have yo-yo dieted your whole life? You lose the same 10, 15, 20 pounds
right
over and over and over, right?
Yeah.
Ralph has kept the 60 pounds off for a year and a half, right? You lost
2 solid years now, May to May.
Okay, 2 solid years.
Yep.
He's walking 2 to 5 miles every day. This is a guy who had neuropathy and was told it's only going to get worse unless you get injections, right?
Yep.
IBS, that he didn't want to leave the house, and now he's out. I mean, who goes on a 5-mile trail hike with IBS?
Exactly. Yeah, you're out in the middle of nowhere. You know you're going to have some issues.
Right. What else? Blood pressure.
The cholesterol.
You're on a half dose now, right?
No, the blood pressure is gone. I was on 11 meds a day. Within the 4 months, they took me off. I dropped 9 meds. 9 meds were completely gone. I haven't taken them since. I'm on 2 meds now, and both of those are at half a dose. And I'll be off of those by the time I have my 6 month. I'll be off of those, hopefully. So they're irrelevant. I don't need them. You know, the only reason I take them is because I'm prescribed and I want to stick with what I'm supposed to be doing. You know,
So the next question I had for you, I think you already answered. I was going to ask, how do you feel right now compared to 2.5 years ago? You just said you feel 20 years younger.
Literally 20 years younger. There's no comparison between me now and me then. I mean, I've literally went out hiking, and I even kind of laugh when I'm out there hiking, because I'll be in the middle of a 2-3 mile hike, and all of a sudden, somewhere along the lines, I get this voice in the back of my head, the former Marine, who's like, pick up the pace. Maybe we should jog a little. And I'm like a half mile down the track, and I realize that I've just ran the whole way. That fat guy that was sitting on the couch, that was basically in tears every night after work, would not have run anywhere, let alone walked. Yeah, there's me in Las Vegas, up on the podium.
look at that guy there. Like,
yep.
I mean,
compared to the pregnancy.
I showed this is because now you're standing up in front of rooms full of people all the time, sharing your story, helping others kind of follow the same path you did. Because what people don't understand is you don't have to go on some crash diet. No. That's what's going to lead you to yo-yo dieting, right? And losing the same 20 pounds over and over. You don't have to be in the gym lifting weights. Like, you do that occasionally, but it's more just walking for you, right?
Yeah, I do that now, and I posted that earlier today in one of my posts. It's like, I don't have to work out. I get to work out. There's a big difference.
Absolutely. Most of us, like 3 years ago, I wasn't working out at all, right? I couldn't. My feet hurt so bad. If you'd have told me to go out there and run or walk on the treadmill or any of that kind of stuff, I'd have been, you're freaking nuts.
Yeah. My workout back then would have been getting up from the couch and walking to the kitchen to get my next healthy snack.
Right.
You know.
So let's share with people a little bit, just real quick, like what we're talking about. Let me find the image I want to share.
Bam.
And I'm still kind of struggling with some of this stuff, but
I'll show you.
this new technology. So let's see here. How do I want to do this? Because I want it to be bigger. I guess I'll just have to do it this way.
That looks pretty good.
So now understand, folks, these aren't all the symptoms, but they are the most common symptoms, right? So if you're struggling with one or more of these on the screen, don't feel like you're the oddball, right? 93% of adults are struggling with one or more of these symptoms.
Most of the people I talk to say, "Oh, that one. Well, I got like 9 of them."
So if you're out there and you're thinking, "Is this going to work for me?" Understand that I had a mild form of erectile dysfunction, inflammation, neuropathy, high blood pressure, constant cravings, belly fat. I had fatigue, fatty liver, skin tags, sleep apnea, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. I had 12 of those symptoms on that.
Right.
And I just thought it was part of aging, right? Like that's what they tell us. It's just part of getting older.
Yeah.
And 93% of us are dealing with it, so we believe it.
Mm-hmm.
But understand it comes from something that we all do to ourselves. A lot of people have heard type 2 diabetes is hereditary. Now, it can have your genes can have a factor on if you become type 2 diabetic or not. But the biggest thing is your lifestyle, your habits that your family hands down to you. Not necessarily your genes, it's your habits.
Yeah.
If you look at this top image, when I say we do it to ourselves, those spikes up and down are eating all the time. You're constantly spiking your blood sugar and your insulin, which is causing fat storage and damage. All those symptoms I just showed you, those are damage to your cells. Now, Ralph, were you eating? I'll ask you, were you told eat 5 or 6 times a day when you became type 2 diabetic?
Yes. About 3 years into me going to seeing my doctor and into my treatments, she recommended me go see a specialist because nothing was changing. And I literally went to like 3 different specialists, and they all said the exact same thing. Eat up to like 6 times a day. Make sure you get 3 good square meals, and there should be some snacks in there as well. Start your day with oatmeal, orange juice, and maybe an apple because that's really healthy for you. First thing in the morning, I'm like, I'm a diabetic, and you're telling me to eat carbs on top of sugar on top of carbs. I'm like, and you're a nutritionist. And she's like, well, that's what they tell us to tell you. And I'm like, can I have that in writing? Let me see a chart of and they literally hand you eat 6 meals a day or eat 3 meals a day with like 2 to 3 snacks and good healthy snack, apples and peanut butter in the middle of the afternoon. That's just another spike. That's all. It's boom, boom, boom. That's all I was doing all day long.
I've found out over the last few years, the number one way you can get type 2 diabetes is just follow the Diabetes Association's guidelines.
Yeah.
Because it's all wrong. They're focusing on the wrong thing. They're focusing on the blood sugar numbers, the fasting glucose, and the A1C. And the first thing they should be checking with folks is their fasting insulin. So I'm not going to get into major science stuff here. I just want people to understand. If you look at that top picture, every time you eat, your blood sugar goes up, your pancreas releases insulin. But the insulin comes down a lot slower. When the blood sugar comes down, that's when you get the cravings and you feel tired and you're hangry. So you eat and snack. You have another energy drink or a Starbucks milkshake coffee or a soda or whatever, and you just keep doing that. And it's causing fat storage. When insulin is high, fat cannot be burned for energy.
Yep.
and that is causing damage at the cellular level. Now, what we've learned is the best way to reverse the insulin resistance and get your insulin back down to the sensitivity territory and stay there is stop spiking your blood sugar multiple times a day. How do you do that? Stop eating all the time. A lot of people find that difficult, right? I know I tried fasting before without these tools, and by 10 o'clock, I felt like I wanted to gnaw my arm off. You know what I mean? Yeah. So with this system, what we do is we wake up in the morning, and instead of having breakfast, we start sipping on that yellow packet. Now, there are a few different flavors of this, but it's what I'm drinking. I'm drinking one of the other flavors right now, the raspberry pomegranate. But this is a blend of yerba mate, the highest concentrated form on the planet. Okay? It's full of a lot of antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, chlorogenic acid, theobromine. This is what you drink when you're not wanting to eat food. When you're wanting to keep your blood sugar and your insulin low, this shuts off the food noise. It helps your body produce more of the hormone GLP-1. You don't have to go get the pokey poke for it or take the new pill for it. You can drink something that tastes good and is good for your body, works with your body instead of against it. If you watch any of Ralph's content, and anybody that's not following him or whatever on this app or Instagram, you need to go follow him. Every morning, this guy's out hiking, and he's taking this with it, right? So he's going for a 2 to 5 mile hike, fasted, and just drinking this. Ralph, do you feel hungry when you're doing that?
No, it eliminates the food cravings, the food noise. I don't even think about food. Today I went for a 3 mile walk, got back and did all my other stuff around the house, did my stuff with the work and everything. I didn't even eat. I didn't even think about eating until about 1:30 in the afternoon.
Right.
I was like, well, maybe I'll just make another Unimate. So I just made another Unimate and sat down and drank that. I'll eat later this evening.
There is a new study that just came out for this, and I haven't screenshotted the information yet. But if you drink this like a half hour before a meal, it's been proven that you will eat at least 150 less calories because it shuts off the food noise, right? So we sip this in the morning. Then around lunchtime, if you're hungry, you break your fast. Try to prioritize fiber, protein, healthy fats, and keep your carbs fairly low, right? I'm not telling people to not eat carbs, but try to keep them low. Then we drink a second one of these in the afternoon, okay? That's what gets you through. How many people, let me know in the comments, how many people have suffered that afternoon slump, that 3 o'clock crash where you're just like, oh my goodness, I got to have something. I'm not even going to make it home from work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a real thing. It happens to all of us. It's because once that insulin is pumped out after your lunch and you ate a high carbohydrate meal, guess what? You're going to have that crash. Okay. So instead, we start sipping on this. It keeps our energy stable. We're not having the food noise, the cravings, the hunger pangs, and we can make it to dinner time. And then right before dinner, which is typically the largest meal of the day, we have the orange packet or the red one or pink one, whatever. It comes in a couple of different flavors. This is a blend of highly viscous, soluble and insoluble fibers. People say to me all the time, well, I can go get Benefiber or Metamucil for a third of the price of this stuff.
No.
Understand that is not a diverse form of fiber. That is usually a single source fiber. This has 7 different types of soluble and insoluble in this. This is equivalent to 20, it says 4 grams on the pack, but it has a 7x technology to it because it has all these types of fiber. It's equivalent to 28 grams of fiber, right? You know, you'd have to eat, Ralph, 11 and a half cups of broccoli in one sitting to get the amount of fiber that you can get in this packet right here, okay? So what this does is when you mix it in 8 ounces of water and you drink it down, it starts to thicken up, gel, like chia seeds do. They get gel-like, and it does that in your stomach. So when I take this before my meal, I noticed right away in the beginning that I was eating way less. I wasn't going back for seconds and thirds, right? But then I also realized I was staying fuller for longer. So I wasn't going back for the snacks. And my blood sugar was way lower. Like I would eat a couple of slices of pizza before and a handful of chips and have a soda, and my blood sugar is over 300. And the first time I did that with this, it didn't get above 140. And I was like, what kind of voodoo is this? I was like, what in the world? Like, this stuff is amazing. Right now, is that going to be the exact scenario for everyone? No, everybody's body's a little different, right? But you can prove that this works with blood work.
Yep.
Okay. So you take this right before your largest meal. It helps keep your blood sugar and insulin lower. You're not having these crazy spikes and crashes. Therefore, you're eating less throughout the day. You don't have all those hunger pangs, all those cravings, and you start saving money. Now, I want to show another photo here. But Ralph, let me ask you this. When you started using this, like, one was cost like a thought in the back of your mind, like, this is going to be another $100 and some a month that I'm going to have to spend? Or was it like,
no, for me,
I don't know what it costs if it works, right?
yeah, I was looking at the injections. So for me, the cost was irrelevant. I don't care about the taste. I don't care about the cost. None of that matters. I am not taking that injection in between my toes. So to me, it really didn't even matter what it cost. I don't think I even asked. I just ordered,
Right. So, and that's where we're at with this is we're talking to the people who are looking for something. They've been on this hamster wheel for years now. They're like, what I'm doing is not working. And it's because you look at the very bottom of this picture, everything else is a Band-Aid approach. Metformin, statins, crash dieting, insulin injections, GLP-1 injections. These are not actually fixing the root cause core problem, which is insulin resistance. You do that by healing your gut. So not only is this keeping you full, keeping you from overeating, lowering your blood sugar, but this is also feeding the microbiome, the bacteria in our gut. Okay? If you're not getting diverse forms of fiber to help that good bacteria thrive, that's when the bad bacteria take over. That's when people start having the IBS, the leaky gut, the depression, anxiety, all the mood problems. It all starts in our gut, folks. So I want you to understand, people every day go on the internet and they buy this stuff and they pay almost $250 for it. And they do it all the time. Mm-hmm. But because you're on this live, this $169 is member pricing. It's the price that you can get through Ralph, myself, Luann, Chrissy, Michelle, a lot of other people that are watching this. Yeah. And if you do it on subscription, which is what we recommend, because I tell everybody, commit to 90 days. Anybody can do anything for 90 days if you want to change your health. You get it $10 cheaper than that. But here's the best part. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee.
Oh.
Ralph, did your doctor or pharmacist ever tell you, hey, if this med doesn't work, we're going to give you your money back?
Yeah, no. All they did was raise the dose or give me another prescription, which is why
that's not working. We better prescribe you another one.
Yeah. Well, let's just go up to the max doses and see what that does. I'm like a freaking experiment. Come back in 3 months and let's see what it did. What?
You're a lab rat.
Yeah, exactly. You're giving me a Band-Aid trying to keep the symptoms, keep me out of the emergency room, but your Band-Aid is causing another issue that later on down the road I'm going to need another pill for. No, I'm done.
So, Ralph, did you ever drink like coffee or Starbucks, any of that kind of stuff?
Oh yeah.
What did that cost you for a large coffee in the morning?
Oh goodness, that stuff can run anywhere between $7 to $12, depending on how much additives and, milkshake stuff you put in there,
Yeah, I know some people that drink the one of those other health shakes that I don't want it. It starts with HER, and they're spending over $8 every morning for one of those, and they tell me this is too expensive. Yep. This packet right here that you drink in the morning is $1.75.
Yep.
Less than a soda, less than an energy drink, less than a Starbucks milkshake coffee.
Yep.
$1.75. Okay. So this system, 3 a day, costs you about $5.30. And it comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. And it's all natural. There are no drugs in it. It's nutraceuticals. It's listed in the PDR, the physician's desk reference. It has more than 20 clinical trials on it, proven that it works. It's HSA and FSA qualified. It's safe and natural. We have young kids using this to people in their 80s using this.
Yes.
And to me, knowing that this is registered in 62 different countries means it must work. Because when you have to go through Health Canada and all these other health agencies to get this into those countries, it's got to be proven to work. It's got to be safe. It's natural. Yep. There are no drugs in it. Comes with a money-back guarantee. Really, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I want to put us back up here full screen, and I'm gonna. I hope I haven't missed any comments.
Yeah. And Jeff, while we're talking about money, I would just like to add that, even though I can't throw this word out there, by the 4th month, it's free. I got off all of my meds. I'm not seeing my doctor like every other month now, so those co-pays are gone. I changed my grocery bill because I wasn't eating crap anymore. I'm not snacking. I'm putting the money back in my pocket. I'm putting the money back in my pocket. Literally, I'm retired and on a fixed income, so I know where every dollar goes. I'm now ahead about $385 a month while I'm taking this system that fixed everything for me. So to me, it's literally free and putting money back in my pocket.
Absolutely.
It's a no-brainer.
I actually wrote it down. I was spending. I work in the oil field, so I was spending $8 to $12 every morning.
Gas station food
at either the gas station or McDonald's drive-through.
Yeah.
I saved enough money the first month to pay for the next month, and then I saved enough money in the second month to not only pay for mine, but pay for Michelle's.
Yep.
So I buy the system for 2 people, and I'm still saving money. Paul Bartlett asked, how do I get started? Paul, reach out to whoever invited you to this live, right? Whoever shared it with you, or scan that QR code that's on the screen right now, or screenshot it, or send Ralph a message after this live.
Sure.
Give Ralph a follow. Send him a message. If his story resonates with you, who better to work with to try to fix these problems than somebody else that has already dealt with it and reversed them, got off the medications, right? We have a great Facebook community. Ralph has his own Facebook community. The Feel Great family has a community we can get you involved in. Anybody who tries this, you're going to get instructions. You're going to get our personal contact numbers, so we will be reaching out to you. Yeah. You don't have to do this alone. And so many people, they try to do it alone. They don't want to talk and share and all these things. And those are usually the people I've found in the 3 years of doing this and helping people that don't stick with it or don't get the results they're looking for because they're just trying to stay in the shadows, do it alone, do it on their own. And they don't really get the results. We're here to help, okay? We want to help as many people as we can. So I guess before we end this, it's been about 45 minutes. What would you tell someone, Ralph, if they're on the fence? if they're thinking, I don't know about the cost, or I don't know if this is something I could stick to, or, you know, whatever, what would you say?
Literally commit to yourself, because if you're at the point where I was at, where basically I would have done anything to have gotten rid of that pain and those issues and stop that 14-year roller coaster prescription, you know, I would have done anything. And then here this pops in, and I'm like, I don't care what it costs. I mean, $5 a day, come on, please. I waste more money than that. I was working at a prison drinking 6 Pepsis a day. So again, if you think you don't have $150 a month, look back at what you're spending your money on or on your food on. And I guarantee you there's $150 right there in your budget. Easily. And once you get into this, you're going to realize that money didn't mean nothing. I am well now. I'm healthy now. I don't care what it costs.
Right.
I will never stop.
And it tastes better than metformin or lisinopril or any of that kind of stuff.
And or the next pill or the next pill.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I want to touch on one more thing, because we're trying to spread this all over the world. We're trying to help as many people. We have now helped the company has now helped 1 million people find this and change their life. But there are millions more that we want to help.
Yeah.
And we need more people talking about it. We need more people sharing their stories. Now, you may say, well, I could never get on here and do a live like you and Ralph did. Or I could never get on here and make a video. Or Ralph, did you ever see yourself making videos or doing lives 2 years ago?
When you guys first introduced me to this, both you and Greg, I literally said, I'll test it out. I'll check it out. I'll see what it's going to be like. And when I get some results, I'll talk to other people. You couldn't get me to shut up about this now if you paid me. I have fixed everything about my health. And it's all because of this system. I will not shut up. And I need your help to tell everybody else. We're helping 1 million people. Our goal now is 10 million people.
Yeah.
I need you.
And you all know people that we don't know.
Yeah, we can't.
You all can reach people that we'll never find.
Yeah, I can't get to your people. You know, how many people do you know on that wheel that he was talking about with the obesity and the blood pressure and the blood sugar and all that? How many people do you know? 93 million people? Come on. It's unbelievable.
Here's the thing, folks. If you're like, I know people, but I can't see myself doing what you're doing. If you just want to be able to get your product paid for, so it doesn't cost you anything every month, you only need to get 10 people to use this product. And we help you do it. We help you find the people. We help you talk to the people. We help you do it. We can get them on a live just like this and expose them to it. Let them make up their mind if it's something they want to do or not. But now that you all have the information, you're doing all your family, friends, co-workers, church congregation, whatever it may be, a disservice by not letting them know.
Yeah.
This is spread all over the world, and we're going to hit that 10 million goal. We would just rather do it sooner than later. Right? We want to help more people. Go ahead.
I tell everybody the reason why I will not shut up about this ever is because of what it's done for me. And just in my little small group and my little small community, every time I see somebody jumping on Facebook talking about their blood pressure, their weight, or this or that, or their uncle's Alzheimer's and dementia and this and that, instantly this pops into my head. Try it. You've got nothing to lose.
90-day money back guarantee.
And that's based on your opinion, not mine, not Jeff's, not the company's. If you don't think it worked for you after 90 days, try that with your doctor or your gym membership.
If anybody has any questions, put them in the comments now. If you have a question for Ralph, put them in the comments now. We got about 5 minutes and we're going to hop off of here. If not, it won't save to Instagram. So we got to be done. We got to be done in about 5 minutes. I know for me, this is the best thing I've ever done. I'm still on my journey. I still got weight to lose.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
But I'll just say for me, I was on 3 meds for type 2 diabetes. I'm on 0. I was on lisinopril for blood pressure. I was on a water pill. I was on testosterone replacement therapy. I had stage 1 kidney failure. I'm on 0 medication. Now I just need to lose a little more weight, right? Goal is to get 225. That's the goal. And to be 55 and feel better than I did in my 40s,
Yeah,
it's a game changer, folks. It's life changing.
I'm 60.
So I guess if nobody's got any questions, if you're watching this on the replay, reach out to one of us.
Yep.
We would be happy to help you get you started.
Be glad to help. Be glad to help.
Follow Ralph. I know he's kind of ugly, but you can still follow him and show him some love on his video. I'm just kidding.
These will not fix ugliness.
No, they won't. They won't fix baldness either. But anyway, thank you all for joining. If we missed any comments, we will go back through the comments and just make sure we didn't miss anybody. And if you're watching the replay, you can still comment, you can still share, you can still tag people in this. We need to help more people. We want to help as many people as we can.
Absolutely.
So if you're struggling, you don't have to struggle anymore. Try this Feel Great system. It'll change your life.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys. Take care.